Plus the mouse and the thoughts on episode 1, season 1 of Only Murders in the Building. I've been meaning to get around to this, and I'm really excited to get started. I cannot believe we didn't find out at the end of the first episode who done it. I was wondering, because I've watched a few crime series over the years, and most of them you have a new crime each week. So like the Suspects and the Madame Blanc mysteries, you can't get like a new case each week. And I was wondering, was it going to be like that? So we'd have a new crime each week for them to solve, or was it going to be like a season-long mystery that we're gonna go through over the course of the next 10 episodes, and it is going to be the latter. So I was like, oh, because like you think they're getting there, they're figuring it all out, and then maybe they're going to find out how it is, but no, damn it. Okay, so yeah, so you're gonna have to stick along for the ride, folks. You're gonna have to stick along for the ride. It's gonna be a season-long mystery. Yeah, so we go. So I love this first episode. It got me really, 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 really hooked. I mean, I kind of should have figured out it was going to be a season-long mystery when we had that flash forward to start with. Because, yeah, it kind of began like with a flash forward, to 2 months after the trio kind of first meet, in where Charles and Oliver find Mabel. She's kind of kneeling down a dead body. So that should have been the clue straight away that this was not going to be a new crime mystery. It was going to be like a season-long plot. Yeah, but what I really want to say was the setting, the scene and everything. That apartment they live in, how swanky it looks. I mean, you get that you get that short bit on the outside. I think, wow, that is a swanky building. You probably gonna need to have some big bucks to stay in there. So it's kind of a bit shocked later on when all this seems to be cash broke. I can't think of those swanky apartments that only the billionaires could afford to live in. Unlike, it's really. And I love how one by one we kind of meet them all. So like we start with Charles, who clearly is clearly going to be perfect for this, because obviously he played a detective in an old 1990s TV show called called The Brazos. That was quite. So you could tell straight away he's going to be perfect for this. Straight away, he's definitely going to be into the crime. And he gets to meet somebody who remembers him from the classic. It's the classic line where somebody spots somebody famous, go, "You're that guy from so." Yeah, I remember that show. That was lovely. Then we meet Oliver, who is I think he's the director. I couldn't tell first. Is he another actor? Is he behind the scenes kind of guy? So he's more behind the scenes kind of guy. So he's a director who we later on in the episode we discover is actually stuck for cash. He's actually struggling. He's a struggling Broadway director. Because we have this lovely scene later on which kind of like the breather of the episode, where Olivia goes to see his. Is it Olivia or Oliver? Oliver. I'm gonna get confused with it's easy mistake to make, especially if you're British. We have this lovely scene later on where Oliver goes to meet his son, hoping to see the grandkids, but doesn't. And you think, they're bonding, but then obviously it turns out Oliver's desperate to try to get some money. And it's like, oh, I did not see that coming. I really did not see that. The episode's kind of, because up until that point, Oliver's kind of put this front that he's so confident. He's no, nothing can go wrong with me. No, I can't fall on hard times. He just has that confident through about him. But yeah, but I'm hoping the others will see the struggles. Speaking of front, I kind of thought we got to Mabel. I kind of thought she was giving us this weird, this kind of mysterious front, like not really wanted to tell anything about herself. Or particularly that scene where they're all together, the move, and the thing that brings them together. Because I love how once we've all met them all, you're going to get this scene in the airbender, which kind of obviously sets up our season-long crime, the case that we're going to have for the season, and they're just kind of all there together. It's like they're hardly kind of interactable, but so you're thinking, how are these three going to be, pals? How are they going to form this crime detective trio? But of course, the thing that connects them all is the fact that they love listening to crime detective podcasts. So that's the thing that connects to her. It's brilliant. She started Charles listening to it, then I was like, no way. And then May was like, shut the fuck up. Go Mabel. It's like, wow. Yeah, the reactions were just brilliant. Like, oh my god, you said that too? No way anymore. Like, right, what happened? Right, who was responsible? It's like they obviously bond together. It was absolutely amazing. And then, of course, when they head back, it's brilliant because when they get back to the apartment, that's when obviously the body's been found, and they basically just try to sneak in. And brilliant how the cop is there like, oh no, not another you crime loving podcasters. You could tell straight away this cop she's seen it all before. Like, oh not another bunch of nutters. Thinking they no, because they just sit in their armchairs, they listen to all these crime stories, like, they're not really real. I don't listen to crime podcasts. That's a bit too much for me. I did try to start listening to the murder. What was it? Is it the murder? Is it the murder? What is it? What's Ian Sterling's law? What was called? Is it the murder they wrote? Yes, I did try to start listening to. It was a while ago. To the murder they wrote, which is a podcast that our trio might like. It's by Laura Whitman and Ian Sterling. I can know this is like the first 10 minutes of the first episode. I had to switch off because it was getting a bit too gruesome for me. So yeah, so crime podcast, not my kind of thing. I don't mind watching on the telly, but when you're listening to it and you're being given all the murky details, like, oh no, that's not probably what you want to listen to when you're trying to relax for the night. No. Hey, whatever gets your boat, floats your boat. But I just love that when the cop's like, oh no, not another one. And Mabel straight away, she's kind of like thinking, no, this can't be what they think it is, because the cops think it's suicide. And I'm like, Mabel thinking, what? How could it be suicide? Because we see him in the lift. He's called Tim. The guy we later find out the victim's called Tim. So we see Tim in the lift. He's on the phone. Now, judging from the tone of his voice, his body language, because I've met him before, I feel like I can tell someone's tone. I can judge a character by their tone, really. So when the tone of his voice, he didn't sound very suicidal. And of course, once they finally they get into the place, they find all these notes, they try to piece it all together. And I'm like thinking, I'm with Mabel. This can't really be suicide. But I don't know what it could be. I'm sure a lot of you armchair detectives like to play along. A lot of you watch crime shows. I don't, because chances are I always get it wrong. So I just go watch the episode, it'll be fine. There's another good crime show on, which I didn't also mention, called The Good Ship Murder. So there you go. So that's 3 I've recommended for you, all from Channel 5. So go check those out. yeah, thinking of some. Oh yeah, I can think of a lot of crime shows now I've watched. And it's like, oh, I might be listening more once I get to the end of the season. Anyway, and the reason I brought that up is because the Good Ship Murder features some. One of the characters is somebody who you wouldn't think would actually be a detective to investigate these crimes, but does. So I go to him out. Yeah. So I'm trying to think. I'm like with Mabel. So I'm kind of with side with Mabel. Like, I'm not convinced this is actually a suicide. And of course, we find out later on it probably isn't a suicide when Charles Miller's like, we're gonna break into the apartment. So obviously, while Oliver's missing out on all the good stuff. Okay, I know when he had that scene in the restaurant, he's like, oh, I really wish I could spend more time with my grandkids. That's lovely, but Oliver basically then misses the whole of the action. He doesn't get to take part in the escapade. So he really misses out here. So poor guy. I mean, we're gonna feel for him, aren't we? It's very rare for the parents to ask their children for money. Normally it's the other way around. Normally it's the bank of mum and dad, not beg for your children money. That's a new one. I've seen it all now. But anyway, while that was a lovely scene, you actually were thinking, oh, Albert, you're missing out the gusto. We're about to go and do a break-in. We're going to break this flat. Yeah, and I think what's brilliant in that scene when Charles and Mabel do break in, they go all bronze on it. Brazo. They go all bronze on it. Sorry, it's the British accent. It's confusing. And now, bear with me, folks. I'll learn by the end of the season. This is where we get Mabel to open it more because I mean, so far she's the only one guarded. She's the only one we don't really know that much about. But then she basically opens a little bit more to Charles, mentions her aunt. Yeah, but they then put two and two together, so they're putting all the pieces together, and they realise obviously that how when he was on the phone, the lift, so it's like, oh, so you did notice him on the lift, because the way the camera was kind of set up, I was kind of thinking, do they notice he's in the lift, or was it one of those classic scenes we see in like sitcoms where a lot of the characters don't know somebody's on the lift, and it's just a little pickup shop, you know, to get to transitions between scenes. So I was like, oh, so you did notice he was on the lift, right? Good, okay, go for it. Right, what do you remember? So they remember that he was on the phone to somebody, because obviously, apparently in this apartment, people keep getting the wrong packages. So it's good job I don't live in this part, I would never get a single package. So you learn that obviously they keep nobody gets their right package, they keep getting other people's packages. So this guy clicked on the phone to somebody, trying to see how quickly you could get it here. So it's like, okay, and they actually find said package, and that's when Charles confirms what I've been suspecting, and what Mabel's been suspecting, and that is it ain't suicide. Because they find the package. I'm trying to remember, did we see what was inside? Oh, we did! Right, okay. We did. It was an engagement ring. Right, I've got so many questions now. Who was he going to propose to? Oh, right, okay. So, yeah, absolutely. And in fact, it reminds me of an episode of Suspects, where in one of the early seasons of Suspects, there's an episode where they thought the victim tried to kill themselves, but they actually hadn't, because they were going to renew their vows to their wife. So it's like, oh. So, right. So back to here. who is Tim going to propose to? Oh, I think for me that's the big question right now. So no, who is he going to propose to? Because I'm sure, but then they're like, well, who bonked him off? I'm like, no, who was the lucky person? Because because you never know, it might not have been, it could be a man for all we know. So I'm like, who was the lucky person that's going to be married to Tim? So, ooh, that's a turn of the book. So yeah. So really, Charles confirms what me and Mabel were suspecting, which was it can't be suicide. And we now know it's not suicide because you wouldn't bunk yourself off if you applied to settle down with the person that you thought was the one. So, yeah. So something is odd here. But obviously, going back to obviously before there was the scene where obviously Charles Miller gets noticed. I love how Mel just, how she's a bit, how she, she kind of, struggles to, open up with, to get, be personal with people. So, that was a real big character there. So, yeah, so hopefully, practice these supposed to open up the water both Oliver and Charles. So, we end the episode, which kind of feels like a bit like, these three doing their kind of a little, investigation, forensics, team, team meetup, bringing together what they've all found out so far. But what it actually is, and you can see the microphone straight away, you kind of felt, are they going to do, I think actually going to do a podcast. And they are! Oh my god! That's brilliant! So yeah, so they're actually going to do their own real life podcast. And Oliver's like, so did you see that head by that strange murder about the garden last night? Maybe we could do like a multitask. And Charles like, no. Charles first just like, no. It should only be only murders in the building. And there you go. That's what they're going to call their show. Only murders in the building. So I'm like, ah. It's corny, I swear. I kind of had one little sort of weird smile, but also kind of groan. Because I thought, that is so corny. But I'm like, where's it going? So they're gonna solve the crimes. They're gonna do and they're gonna do podcasts on it. So they're oh, so there we go. So there you go. Yes, that's oh, that's cool. So I really love this first episode. So I just feel right. I haven't watched many crime shows where the murder lasts the whole season. So this is kind of new territory for me. But I think it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see if it's the season just focuses on this murder, or is it going to be like they're going to maybe have some side. I don't want to say the word side murder. That's about wrong, isn't it? Is it going to be like maybe some side plots? So you've got this main big murder that's going to last the whole season, but maybe there might be some other murders that happen that might connect it all together. So I'm interested to see how it goes on. And I'm really looking forward to seeing these characters a bit more, because you've established a really great trio here. There are light as a trio to start with, and then by the bit they're just like hooked, and they're going to be like, yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah. So I really loved it. So many questions. But for me, the big one that stands out at the end of this first episode is, who was the person that Tim was going to marry? That for me is the big question I've got so far at the end of this very first